Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Creative Characters. I am your storyteller and guide, the Ravnos Archon, and tonight we'll be going through Seventh Sea by John Wick Productions, also produced by Chaosium, which you might recognize from games like Call of Cthulhu and RuneQuest. Seventh Sea is loosely based off of the golden age of piracy in our own world from the 1650s to about the 1730s, when the movies like Pirates of the Caribbean or uh, you know things like that kind of were centered around. Uh, in Seventh Sea, the world is named Thea, and there are mirrors of our own world in them that you might catch from their names, but if you don't, I will go over that as we introduce our good friend Rayner to the game. Rayner, welcome to the show.
What up? How's everybody doing?
Yeah, some people might not recognize you from our Old Gods of Appalachia story, uh, but those that do, I'm sure will be just as glad as I am to have you back on the channel. Before anything, I have to ask you, the first and last question are always going to be static. All the other questions I kind of tend to feel out when they should be asked. But the
Okay,
first question, you have never run or played this game before today, is that correct?
correct.
Perfect. Now, Rainer, what is the first game that you remember playing on your TTRPG journey, and do you still play it today?
It's D&D.
The gateway
Yeah,
drug.
yeah. And yeah, I still play.
Right? Which edition got you into the game, into the hobby?
I guess 5E. I started late, dude. I started
Okay.
late.
No, there's no
Yeah,
shame in the
yeah.
game, man. No shame
No,
in the
I
game.
know, I know, I know.
You missed the Thaco period, the
Yeah.
3.5 and the Pathfinder periods.
Yes, I did. I play with friends who played though.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Um, what is the name of the first character you came up with? Oh, you don't remember?
Yeah, I do. I'm just making sure that Vash Vishara.
Okay, based off of Vasha Stampede.
No, I don't even.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah, so we just yeah, Vishara was the last name I was gonna go with, and Vash just felt right. Granted, I had seen Trigun and was like, Vash is a cool name, but like by no means does he wear like a red coat or like have a gun, or blonde
Mhm.
hair or anything. But yeah, I mean, I guess that's where I first heard the name, but not based on that at all. I mean,
Okay.
paying homage.
Obviously, yeah. No.
Yeah.
Everybody has a a one of their first characters or a character that always has like some reference to popular media that you know uh
Somehow, yeah.
touched us. Like I know there's 100. One of my friends named their first character Deacon Frost, like
Ah,
straight up, and I was like,
what?
okay, bro.
Was he a vampire?
He was not. He was not a vampire.
Oh, okay.
No,
Cool,
you would
cool.
imagine. Rena, how did you get your social media name, your little moniker? How'd you come up with it?
Rainer, Rainer G Energy.
Yeah.
So, uh, I I used to direct at a dubbing studio,
Hmm.
and I was hanging out with a talent I had met at said studio. We remain friends to this day. Um, it was towards the end of my tenure at this place. And I was saying I was going to release music. And I was like, yeah, but I just want to go with Rainer G. And she's like, oh, Rainer G, like energy. And I was like, yes, just like energy. And I was like, yeah. And so then I tried Rainer G, like GY, and it was like Rainer Guy. And then I was like, no. And so then I went with Rainer G Energy, and it stuck.
Okay.
Huh?
Um, Is that something that you do for other naming conventions? Like, do you bounce them off of people before you settle on them, or is that
Not at all. That was just she said this, and I was like, "That's a great like." I was just she was like, "What name are you gonna go by?" And I was like, "I'm just gonna go
mm,
by my name." And when
okay,
I said Raynergy, she's like, "Oh yeah, like energy." And I was like, I was like, "That's bars," So I was like, "I'm gonna run with that." So
perfect.
I don't think she knew she was gonna inspire me the way she did, but
Mm,
she totally did. Yeah.
okay.
Shout out
Uh,
Paula Barros.
yeah, I know
Yeah,
her.
yeah, she cool.
Yeah, we went to Miami Dade together.
Oh,
Uh,
word! I didn't know that. Cool.
yeah, yeah. Uh, when I'm coming up with a character, I like to start at the name. Like, you introduce yourself to somebody, you shake their hands. You usually
Yeah.
start with your name. Where do you start when you're coming up with the character?
So the name is important,
Hmm.
right? I don't know if I start there. I think I end there.
Mm, okay.
Um, so like I mean sometimes I might know the name. I think I have to first figure out like what kind of person is this person, you know? And then I'm like, okay, they're this kind of person. And then I'm like, what do they do? I guess I approach it like an actor,
Yeah.
and so and
I was
then
gonna
once I
ask,
like
do you like go through the walk? Do you find their what point leads them? Like those old classic exercises?
oh man, I don't know if I do it like not consciously,
Mhm.
but I definitely think about it. I'll be like, yeah, they move like this, they're smooth, and they're da da da, and then like I might come up with like what feels like their rhythm, not necessarily speech pattern, not necessarily just rhythm, like how that feels for me. And then once I name them, it kind of solidifies my idea of them. Then like it's like I brand it in place. I'm like, all right, I've named you. You are now a character, And then obviously it expands and becomes whatever it's gonna be. But yeah, I don't always start with a name. Sometimes I can. I'm sure I have a character named Talon that I played that I knew was gonna be a rogue. I don't know who he was gonna be, but I was like, I'm gonna have a dude named Talon, and he's gonna be a rogue.
Yep,
And so, I thought of the name first that time, but
I like
but
it.
it doesn't usually work that way.
I like it. Um,
Yeah.
in some C, like I said, it is a mirror of our golden age of piracy, kind of
Uh-huh.
European world, and so um, what would be Great Britain, Scotland, and Ireland are considered the Glamour Isles
Okay.
in 7th. Spain is called Castillo, France is called Montaigne, Germany is called Eisen, Russia is called Usura, Italy is called Vodace.
Hmm.
The Sarmatian Commonwealth is the kind of umbrella for all of the Eastern Europeans. And then one of my favorites, because it took me like a good week of just repetitively getting the name out of my tongue, is the Vestenmenevinjar, who are based out of the Nordic territories.
Okay. Okay.
Um, they shorten it to Vesten because they know that people aren't going to say the whole thing.
They'll find challenge. Sure.
Right, right, right.
Okay.
Uh, but given that you are a trained and professionally working actor, is there a nationality and or accent work that you've particularly enjoyed? And is there one that you've wanted to master and add to your repertoire, especially considering that you've recently gotten into voice acting work? And while you think
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
that, go to page 137 of the book, and we can start looking at your nation and traits to see what kind of character you want to build out.
Okay. Okay. 136. Let me see.
Yeah.
You're asking me what kind of character I want to build out?
Yeah, yeah. So we can start looking at the you can start looking at the nation and the traits that each nation gives you while you think
Okay.
about the answer to your question.
Okay.
This is where it starts to get more like hot ones where you've gotta balance out
Do
the
both.
the informations.
Okay, okay, okay. I see. Okay, so you said Avalon was like basically like Britain.
Avalon
And
is Great Britain, yep, for sure.
and all right, so like I have a blast with my British dialects and I'm like good at all of them. Like I've got like RP, Cockney, Irish, all that shit. Like I've got Europe like on lock. Um Vodaci is Italy, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, that is Italy.
All right, they're harder to do, but fun. Um, I kind of I'm in between those two.
Yep.
Um,
Is Castile too
oh,
close to home, you think, because of our Hispanic background?
I guess we could do Castile.
I'm just asking. I know that sometimes I will rely on the low hanging fruit and just be like, I'm gonna play a Puss in Boots character and just play Castilian.
I mean, in Puss in Boots, that's where I would go. He'd become Antonio Banderas,
Yeah,
very quickly.
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, I'm fine with that. We could do some
Yeah.
Hispanic Castile. I'm
Whatever
with
you
you.
want, whatever you want. It's your character.
It's all right, man. It's because um,
Because it does lend itself to the question of like what accent work have you enjoyed doing? Like what nationality? Like what is one that you
well,
want to try to get into under your belt? Yeah.
yeah, we could do Castile.
Okay.
Because I don't want to be. Yeah, I don't want to. I don't necessarily want to go to the Highlands. Um, I don't want to do Nordic. I'm not very good at Nordic. And like to the point that I'd think I'd be working too hard
Hmm.
to enjoy myself.
Yeah.
I mean, I've done Slavic and stuff, but like, yeah, like, um, Italian's not as easy as Castile, I think, but Castile's super like I can find pocket there,
Hmm.
and like Avalon, dude, like I'm telling you, like, RP all day, but we can do Castile. That'll be fine.
Okay.
I was reading yeah, yeah. All right, we'll figure it out. The
Okay.
magic is nation associated, right?
The magic is nation associated.
All right, so that might have something to do with it, but we'll see.
Okay. What magic caught your attention?
Oh shit, I
Because
forgot.
each one is very different. And the Castilian magic is all about alchemy.
Yeah, there's one. Yes, you could teleport, bro.
Oh,
Um.
that's the Montanians, the French.
Oh well, then no, I'm not gonna do French.
You,
But perhaps I could do French. No, I will not do
no,
French.
the
Uh,
French is very difficult.
the French is very difficult. I will not try. I
Yeah.
mean, if I would, no,
Must
we'll
remember
spend too much
to
time.
bring up the inflection at the wrong part and then bring it back down.
That's right. That's right. Well, what does Castile have as far as magic?
Alchemy. It's all about
Alchemy
yeah. It's all about like
and
alchemical
Vodachi. They're the
forces.
assassins, right?
Vodache are the ones that control fate, but only the women are allowed to use magic.
Well then, nobody wasting time over there. And alchemy, like potions and stuff.
Hmm. Yeah.
Okay. And what about the Avalon? Do they get any magic?
The Avalon do the Glamour Isles. All the islands of the Glamour Isles share the same magic, regardless of their past. And what it is that it's ancestral magic. So
Okay.
a hero from the past
Yeah.
becomes embodied in you, and you get to choose like what hero it is and what powers they're gonna give you and things like that.
Now let's go Castile. I'm down.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Uh, so you'll see that you have 5 traits:
Mhm.
brawn, finesse, resolve, wits, and panache. Everybody starts with 2 in each of their traits, and then the nation gives you one more. Uh, Castile lets you pick between finesse or wits, but you get a +1 to either one of them.
I'll take the finesse.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, shit. Am I supposed to be doing this on my card right now?
I can do it for you if you want.
No, no. I can do it.
Okay.
You can just tell me.
Yeah, yeah.
So
So
finesse.
finesse
Add
goes up
one
to 3.
finesse.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Um, and now that we've got that, um, I wanted to ask you, since your your history with the hobby is so short lived,
Mhm.
um, have you done session zero discussions and consent forms? Uh,
Yeah.
do you know about, like, have you had that kind of discussion at the table? Like,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
what are some red flags to you that tip you off that a table might not fit you well enough? And what are some green flags that you look for to kind of have a good time?
Oh man, so I've been lucky enough to only play with like friends that I've been friends with for a long time.
Okay. Yeah.
For the most part, you know. So the level of comfort there it's different, you know? Just because like, yo, like I feel like some of the stuff that some of my friends could potentially do if they were if I was meeting some random person and they started doing the things that my friends would do, I might be like, these people are weird, but my friends are weird, you know. But like,
Mhm.
so I feel like the things that are important to me are that like no one's like hateful, in their way of regarding anyone else. If someone's like making fun of someone, I quickly would pay it kind of the same way I would treat like any artistic performance space,
Mhm.
you know? Like yeah, I want it to be a safe space.
Yeah.
I'm also really willing. So like if weirdness is present, like I'm still down with the weirdness, as long as I feel safe and we all feel safe.
Right.
And like, if I was I guess disempowered to acknowledge that, then that would be a red flag because I'd be like, "What the fuck you mean I can't?" Oh, I'm sorry. Well, whatever. Well, what do you mean I can't? I can't feel
We're
safe.
we're adults
You
here.
know?
You can curse.
Well, still, bro, still. Yeah.
Okay. Um.
Uh,
So given like I mentioned earlier, given our shared Hispanic background,
uh,
and the fact that we're both from Miami, I don't hear my Miami accent. I don't know if you hear the Miami accent, but is that native accent something that you had to overcome, especially given your time at New World School of the Arts, or was it something
yeah.
that you got to embrace and kind of lean into? And what do you think has changed since you've grown older?
Okay, so when I was at New World, when I was
Mhm.
a student going to theater school,
Yeah. Also,
yeah,
the Castilian backgrounds start on page 143.
I'll go there now.
Those are the specific ones, and
Uh,
then the general backgrounds begin on 138. Just in case you want to look at them while you're regaling us with your New
oh my
World
God, right.
story.
Well, I'm talking shit. Oh, right. It's different. I have to like look and talk, not just
Yeah.
talk. Okay. My bad, bro.
No, no, you're good. You're good.
Um,
This is where people get tripped up.
yeah. All right.
They
So
get
like,
comfortable with the one question, and they're like, no, 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 we gotta,
we
yeah,
gotta get to work. We gotta
yeah.
do stuff.
You
So,
do get your choice of two backgrounds, so
okay, okay. Uh, Um, let's
but New
see.
World.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. When I was at New World, I had to like figure out. I was resistant to conformity.
Mm,
Um. Oh, that's pretty. Wait. On 43.
143.
What is sorcier porte? You've mastered the art of porte, the magical opening of doorways.
Oh, you are not on page 143.
Aren't I? Is it? Oh,
No, because
143 is
yeah, because you're
above me.
looking
I'm
at
a
the
fool.
yeah. I was like, you
I'm a
that's
fool, dog.
Montaigne. That's a
I
Montaigne.
went to the teleport again, dog. I was like, I'm gonna
Yeah,
teleport, bro. It says it right here.
yeah, bro. You want to be French? We could do Montaigne.
No, I cannot do it. Not
Yeah,
for too long.
yeah,
Although it would probably be very fun.
yeah. But yeah, you see how the
Uh,
first one is Alquimista, which is the
Alchemista and
yeah
Hex. Yeah, yeah. Krager.
alchemist.
Yeah, I see you. I see you. Yeah, dude. So a New World, I leaned into Miami. I was like, nah, man, I'm Hispanic and I'm a little hood, bro. Fuck y'all. Y'all gonna deal with this, and I'll just turn it off when I'm acting. Um, and then as I got older and I kind of like stopped doing that, I guess I found what is more my natural speaking voice right now.
Mm.
Um, And since then, I've been like asked to do more of the cross to carry the scars. They're down. Okay. Um. All right. So definitely diestro. I wanna be dedicated to the sword.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um. And
But you have leaned away
sorry.
from
No,
your
no,
full Miami.
into the Miami like rhythms. I have one, you know.
Hmm.
I totally think I do when I speak, especially when I'm reading. I sometimes hear it. I'm like, "Up, up, up. We were just cold reading." Um, but yeah, I found a neutral. Um, and like I don't know. I'm Hispanic. I don't have to sound. I have to try to sound Hispanic, you know, which is what I was doing at New World. You know, I was like trying to make sure that they knew I was Hispanic.
Mm.
And I don't know if I do that now. You know, um, I also speak better Spanish now. That also helps, right? Like I narrate in Spanish too.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, so like I read in Spanish now. I used to read in Spanish, but like not the same way. So anyway, so I'm thinking,
Remember, you don't have to choose both of your backgrounds from the nation list. You can get something from the generic list as well.
where's the generic list? You said 148?
138 is where it starts
138. 138. Uh,
because they do have a couple of interesting generic,
oh, bro. Artist is dope.
right?
Yeah, throw that in there, dude.
So
All right, cool. He's an artist, but he's dedicated to the sword.
I like it. We already have
Yeah.
you have a name already brewing in this guy for,
Uh,
or is it still
I mean, I have a
that
few. I have a
further?
few. I have two. I have two. I have
Okay,
two.
all right, hold on to them. Hold on to them.
Uh,
Uh,
yeah, yeah. We'll see. We'll see.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, I mean, pirate is also cool, but no, 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 no. All right, artist. Yeah. Um,
Was there anyone in
oh my gosh.
in your time like in New World or after New World in the professional world that kind of validated your choice to kind of stay Miami? Or was there someone
Fuck
that was
no.
like,
Fuck
I don't
no.
want to be that guy?
Uh, I don't know, man. There was my senior year. My dean was my rest in peace. She was a good human.
Yep.
Uh, and
Patricia
she's no
Bailey,
longer with
right?
us. So yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
She was my one person show, like producer person, and she was, I wrote a show where a comic book writer had to kill off his superhero, um, and she was like, "You don't seem like a comic book person to me. Why don't you do something Hispanic? You're really Hispanic." And I was
Hmm.
like, bet. And so I was like, well, what if I kill him off because my character's too Hispanic and the producers don't want to, like, the people who are letting me print, my publisher no longer is interested in my character because XYZ. And she's like, that we can do. And I was like, all right. And yeah, so I was always very empowered to be Hispanic.
Okay. Good.
To Yeah. Yeah, but I was always like, but I'm also Hispanic. I'm not just Hispanic, is how I felt. It's why like I didn't have to I stopped doing the Miami thing, you
Mhm.
know. Personally. Also in what I do, it helps speaking the more neutral and whatnot.
Yeah.
But like I get called all the time where they're like, "Hey man, so the character's Hispanic and Like they want to do the thing. Are you cool with that? I'm like, for sure, let's do the thing, bro. You know, but I'm doing the thing.
Yeah.
You know.
It is. Do you find that when the thing is called in, that they expect you to be like, I know a lot of actors like you, that when they get that Spanish audition, they want them to be like that. What would be RP British
Yeah.
accent
Yeah.
is like the flat Mexican,
Oh, you're talking about in
like,
Spanish?
yeah, yeah, like half,
Okay,
like
so in
almost
Spanish, yeah, yeah.
Castilian,
Yeah, like a neutral,
Catalan.
the neutral Spanish, but it's
Yeah.
pretty much broadcast Mexican Spanish.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, so as a narrator, no, I don't. Yes, I do lean away from like my Spanish, like cantado.
Mhm.
You know, like if I'm like, oh, that was very Venezuelan. Let's tone it down. I'll do that. I'll like take it again. Same way I'll do, in English. I'll be like, oh, I wasn't even reading that right. I stressed the wrong word. Like, I'll take it again. But I don't like drill the Mexican the way you used to have to do it in like auditions. Um, and I say Mexican, more like Central American neutral broadcast
Mhm.
television accent,
Yep.
you know. Um, yeah, we don't have to, and as of late, they're more open to like, where are you from? Venezuela? Dope. The character's from Venezuela, and you're like, all right, bet. You know, sometimes it's not the case. Sometimes it's a Western and you're Mexican, but for the most part, those instances you're speaking English.
Yep.
But yeah, they want that Chicano accent. They're like, all right, do your thing. It's like, all right.
No manches,
Um,
way. That
yeah,
whole
yeah.
orderly. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. Rainer,
No,
given
Mr. Sheriff, blah blah blah. Yeah, anyway.
no, it wasn't me. Given your short history with the hobby, I would normally ask somebody that's been in it, in the trenches a little longer, whether they've ever enjoyed DMing versus playing, but you've only ever gotten to be a
Well,
player, right?
no. So
No?
like okay, so like I've only played D&D and I've only played a few campaigns, but like the one campaign where Vash I still play and uh we've been playing since I mean 8 years, 10 years.
Damn.
So that's kind of cool, you know? You know?
Yeah, no, for sure.
Uh
But
so
is
like so I have DM'd.
okay.
Um
Yeah, that was gonna be my
uh
question. Like,
yeah, yeah,
have you
yeah.
ever DM'd? Do you want to DM? Is that something that you would see in your
I
future?
do want to DM eventually. In
Oh,
fact, I
okay.
told my party, I was like, guys, I got the Vampire the Masquerade book. I promise I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna figure it out, and then I'm gonna DM for us. And then since then, fucking Vampire the Masquerade is now on D&D Beyond, and so I was like, oh shit, okay. So yeah. But I've DM'd a one shot for D&D, and it was cool.
Mhm.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't great. It wasn't bad. By great, like I wasn't like smooth with it and like killing it and like seamless and making everybody have a good time. Like I was like, hold on. Fuck is okay, so blood, like
Yeah.
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 Versus, and I'm spoiled. I have a really dope DM. So,
That'll do it.
I yeah. Yeah. But
Uh,
I plan to
okay.
continue to do it again one day. But
All right.
one shots only or like short campaigns because I'm
Sure.
not
Yeah, of
yeah.
course.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, you brought up vampire. Is
Yeah.
there a genre or of the hobby that you want to explore, or is there a genre that really calls out to you, that you might not have touched yet, or gotten a chance to dive into?
I don't know, man. So like the reason why I like these games is because like they lean into my like my escapism, right? As an only child, imagination is like my protector.
Mhm.
And I like magic and swords and fucking, swashbuckling. You know, I'm cool with sci-fi.
Mhm,
I'm I guess that would be the most like interesting thing I'd look at out of the corner of my eye. Maybe maybe some horror, maybe given the right people, because I mean Vampire the Masquerade's really cool,
mhm.
you know? But like if you give if too many people have guns, man, I don't know if I'm into it, you know.
Okay.
And that's just me, you know.
Well, give
Um,
you dipped your toe into horror a little bit when we did our Oh Gods.
yeah, yeah, but I was scared, no idea what I was doing, and I was like, okay, Rayner, because like I'm not a scaredy cat,
Mhm.
but I am triggered by things that trigger fear. You know what I'm saying? So like I'll be like, "Oh shit, I'm scared. Okay, let's do it." But I'm quick to feel that instance of fear, bro, you know. But I
Okay.
remain, but I get
Okay.
scared.
Was
So
there anything that I did that got you?
no, I mean
Okay.
part of the you know like you're a safe individual. It's you're a green flag. You know, I was like,
Mhm.
nah, dog. You know, worst case scenario, I'll be like, hey, Will, I just need a second. You know, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. No. I love Oh Gods. I'm glad that you got to test it out for a little bit.
yeah.
I'm excited to see what you think of Vampire once you read through it.
I know you've
Because
played quite a lot, dude. Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Because that is a leaning away from the horror of Vampire. I think it is a disservice to the story.
I agree. I
Like
agree.
like a lot of people want to play Vampire like you're a superhero, like you're Daredevil, like you're fucking
Nah,
street
dog, you out
street
there
level Marvel characters, and it's just like no, 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 my friend, like you have to kill people, like you're a monster.
to survive. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah. Even if you want to set up some random intricate like situation where you go to a blood bank or whatever, someone's dying. You
Mm.
know, like
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh, so we're gonna move on to your skills.
Yes, sir.
Because you chose uh, your two different backgrounds, they
Uh-huh.
each give you a set of skills. So they each get a point automatically. Each background gives you 5 different skills that you get a point in. You'll notice that empathy started at 2 because both of your backgrounds gave you a point of empathy.
Okay, okay,
So it's a really nice way to kind of like double up. The max you can put into anything is 3 with your starting points.
okay,
But also each of your backgrounds gives you a quirk, um, which is a way that you can either use an ability or use uh, scene to your advantage. For like
okay,
Diestro, you can earn a hero point when you best a trained duelist at their own game.
okay,
And for Artist, you earn a hero point when you make a sacrifice in the hope of making Thea a more beautiful place.
okay.
So, uh,
Okay,
each background also gives you a couple of advantages. So you're already starting with Fencer and Disarming Smile from Diestro. And then you
okay.
have a Patron and you have the ability to Fascinate from Artist. All right.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, of course.
Is beauty subjective?
It is, of course.
Cool. All right.
Of course.
So I could say like I want to cut someone up in a beautiful way.
Yeah, if you are that kind of person, yeah.
I don't know if I'm that kind. I just mean I'm a
Yeah.
duelist. So if I
Yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
doing yeah, all
Yeah.
right, cool.
Yeah. I mean Zorro would leave his mark,
He'd leave the Z. Yeah, exactly.
so that
Yeah,
that might be beautiful to some people.
cool. All right.
But you get 10 points to put into your skills.
Okay.
Remember, nothing can be higher than a 3. And while you're putting in your points, I want you to think about. Uh, I brought up New World earlier, which is a
Yeah.
prestigious institution of fine arts down here.
Yes.
Uh, and myself, having had an outsider's perspective of the curriculum, I have to say that what they did and how they pushed you to become better, I think, is that something that you still strive for in your day to day life? Was New World Was New World also always the goal for you when you fell into theater? Or was that something that somebody was like, "You should go here?"
Nah, not at all. So New World was so you said I have 10, right? 10
You have 10
points?
points.
Okay. One, two. Uh so I was going to go to SMU, Southern Methodist University.
Okay.
I'd gotten into their BFA program, and some shit popped off, and I was like, "Oh, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be an actor anymore."
Oh,
And I think I did it. Shit, I don't remember how many. I lost count, dude. I fucked up. Are
okay.
you counting? Are you?
I
Are
will
you?
count. I will count.
Okay.
It's not hard.
Um, and Yeah, so I ended up missing my scholarship confirmation. I had a second audition for scholarship for a full ride, and some shit popped off. I was mad at my drama teacher in high school. I wasn't processing the situation well, and I was like, "Fuck this! I'm gonna be an accountant or a lawyer." And so I purposely missed my audition, so I had no other choice. And then we had a pickup rehearsal, and I did my pickup rehearsal, and I loved
You have 2 points
performing.
left.
2 points left. Thank you. I loved what I was doing.
Hmm.
All right, I'm good. And and wait, what is tempt actually?
Tempt is the ability to kind of persuade somebody towards uh, your wants and desires instead of
Yep,
their own.
yep. Hold on, let me go backwards. Take off. How do I? There we go.
It's
Cool.
basically it governs like the field of bribery.
Yep. Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're good. All right, I've fixed it.
Okay.
Um, And so I called New World. I got off stage. I had a blast, and I was like, I need to do this. Who's left? And New World was the only one that I hadn't turned down yet. And I hadn't actually confirmed I was going to go to New World. I was like, I don't even know if I can go there still.
Mhm.
And I called, and I don't know if she had caller ID. I don't know what, but she picked up. I called on my cell phone because, I was in high school. I was 18 and I had my own cell phone. Uh, and she picked up and she went, Rayner. And I was like, and she was like, I was just looking at your file. And I was like, hey, how are you? I'm Rayner. And then she's like, this is Patrice Bailey. And I was like, cool. And the rest is history, dude. You know,
Nice.
I got lucky. I got lucky. They really wanted me, and I went there. And yes, I am always trying to be better. New World was a hard place to be, even though I wanted to be there.
Hmm.
It was. I mean, I imagine it was an incredibly hard place to be if you didn't want to be there, but I wanted to be there, and I had it. I was one of the favorites, so I had it easier than some. Um, I had my own bullshit because like their programming wasn't always healthy to my mental health, but
Mm.
uh but that's because of my own processing and shit. Um but yeah, dude, I'm grateful for all the lessons. In fact, there's not a job I go to uh or do that I'm not like, thanks New World for preparing me to just like be able to bullshit my way through anything,
Yeah.
you know?
Was there one professor in particular that you think was like your lighthouse? Since you were talking about your mental health.
I have two.
Okay. Is Jim
Gail
Jam one of them?
Garrison. No.
Oh wow. Okay. Gail. Yeah, Gail was definitely a fucking
Gail was my mental health. She's the person who gave me my first copy of the Four Agreements. She was
nice.
like my first unofficial therapist. I'd like go into her like office and we would talk and then she'd give me a book and I would take it home and like, read it and come back and be like, "All right, I see what you're saying, bro." And Matt Glass was a champion
Oh,
of
okay.
of me. He was and probably my greatest inspiration at that school. I always
Nice.
thought he was such an incredible actor. And he was my freshman acting teacher. And not a, he I don't I think I was his only freshman class, and not everybody loved him because he was like an actor's teacher. He was like ready to teach you if you brought shit to the table. But if you didn't have shit to the table, bring shit to the table, he'd be like, all right, dog, like, I don't know what to help you with. Um, and he's the only one that one time I was performing, I did like, I was a junior and I like did like my midterm or some shit. And everyone was like, oh, great shit, Rayner, blah, 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 blah. And we got to him and he was like, yeah, I just feel like you didn't risk anything. So like, yeah, sure, it was good, but like, I just want to see you risk something, Rayner. And I was like, and I got a song actually about it called called Risk, and the hook is like, "What's the risk?" And I talk about him in the song. Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I like it.
Anyway, that's my monologue, bro. I can monologue for the rest of the fucking night. I'm sorry, dude. I'll be better
No,
about it.
trust me. This is the whole thing. Like,
Word.
it's a good. The reason I wanted to do this kind of show is because I wanted to, one, get to really know some of the people in my life. Because
Cool.
I've been blessed to pick this whole first season of people that I've wanted to kind of like get to know a little bit better. Uh, but yeah,
Cool,
man,
man.
like especially the fact that we have such a long history together.
Yeah.
Uh, like I expected Jim Jam to be, and I will, the moment that I heard him referred to that way, I was like, I'm never gonna call him by his actual name. Like, that's Jim Jam from now on.
See, I've never heard that.
You never heard Jim Jam for Randolph?
Nah, dude.
Man,
He
you're
was
welcome.
um he was a very stoic
Hmm.
man to me. Very full of love and like, but like always so professional and made me like I always felt safe around him. In fact, he was the person who gave me the hug when my grandfather passed. And I remember that moment like no one like it happened just now. Um I told him what was going on and he just looked at me and just gave me his arms and just hugged me and we hugged for like I want to say like a real 90 seconds, you know. And it was beautiful. But he was like that was it for us as far as like bonding moments. The person who was like, I'd be having a bad day was like Gail,
Yeah.
or I'd be like, too stoned and she'd be like, listen, like go fucking put on some eye drops. And I would be like, oh shit, okay. You know? Yeah.
No, trust
Yeah.
me. I think it took me like, I want to say like 4 years of doing the junior project to like
Mm,
warm up to Jim Randolph. Like, he frightened the shit out of me for
he's a
the
good kid.
for
He's a
those
good guy.
bro, because he's a monster of a man and he has that deep fucking
Yeah,
voice.
but like his heart, dude.
Yeah,
I was
100%.
always jealous of the people who had that relationship with him. Because
Yes,
I was like,
same,
oh, Jim, I'm a
same,
nice guy. But he was like, you're good.
same, bro. Like, him and I were always professional, and I never got
Yeah,
to have that. Like, I never got to have that Jim Jam moment where I was like,
that Jim Jam.
you know,
No, I can't say that.
I'll
That
never say it to
moment,
his
that
face. I
feeling.
won't say it to his face, but like when I'm talking about him, I'll say, "Hey, Jim Jam."
I think I could call him Jim to his face.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, yeah,
first name. Yeah,
yeah. Easily.
yeah,
Yeah, you've earned it.
easily. Yeah, yeah. I think in class we used to call him Jim, right?
Yeah,
Mr. Randolph, Jim.
yeah,
Yeah, I think we'd call him Jim. We were in college, so it was a little different.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Uh,
anyway,
Rainer, what do you think in your experience? Because you told me that you've got an 8 year long campaign
yeah,
that has to have set your litmus test kind of like in a good range. But
yeah.
what do you think makes a good game great, and what do you think makes a mediocre game terrible? And what
Oh,
are some
okay.
of the
So,
hallmarks that you personally have witnessed and observed for yourself?
okay. So I think cell phones are terrible.
Yeah.
You know, I I get it. We all have lives, but like this, honestly, you treat it like rehearsal.
Mhm.
You treat it like a performance. Like we've all got fucking lives. So I play with people who have families and kids and shit. Like so shit happens, man. But like you don't have to be scrolling Instagram. You know. Um.
Mhm.
So the I think that attention, you know, intention, go a long way. Um, I've been spoiled and I have a really dope DM and like he goes above and beyond and does all the extra work and preps and does all the stuff and but what makes a game like have longevity, I think, is mutual respect for people's time,
Mhm.
um, transparency, like, and what was the other one? Ah, accountability, man.
Mm.
Like if I say we're gonna do something, we should really try to do it. If I like today, like when you were like, "Hey man, are we still on?" and I was like, "Yeah, we're still on, man." And I was like, "We've got to be," because it's so easy these days, man, to just be like, "Oh no, that thing that came up that really does come up,"
Mhm.
because there's always shit, man. Um, yeah, man, you got to honor your word, and I think that goes a long way because it like not everyone shows up at 100
Mhm.
sometimes, and so you show up to whatever as much as you can, and you just hold space for each other. But like as long as everyone's displaying mutual respect, I feel like it propels the game forward.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. Um, Go to page 149 because we're going to
Yeah,
be looking at advantages for this next question. You get 5 points by your advantages. They're separated by
okay,
point cost.
yeah,
Uh, but while you're looking at them, going back to that little classroom on the ninth floor where I got to turn you and the fabulous Giselle Jimenez, who was in Lin-Manuel Miranda's Warriors concept album,
yeah, she was.
name drop.
She sounded great.
Yeah, where I basically got to turn the two of you into gophers for the run of that show. Uh, to the black
Agreed,
box
basically.
stage of South Miami Dade Cultural Arts Center. Where do you think you've seen both your natural given talents and your learned talents kind of come together to give you the advantage to succeed?
Uh, and what I'm doing. So like I'm naturally like have a lot of energy
Mhm.
and like I have a lot of imagination and like the don't always learn that, right? Um and Okay, so I was asking for a review from people that I've worked with, right?
Mhm.
And there's this director that I really respect, uh, and her name's Nora, Nora Arcadi, and she's won awards and shit and blah blah blah. And I was like, hey, would you mind writing a testimonial? And she's like, of course. And she wrote a really beautiful testimonial. And then she said in it, she said, the best thing about working with Rayner is that when you work with Rayner, you have a better day. And I was like, oh, that's awesome to hear. And I was like, but I also know that in my heart because I I do that on purpose. I try to lead with love, right?
Mhm.
So like I like to think that that's like a natural thing of mine, but I if I lead with love and incorporate it into my like experience professionally, I usually have a good time with the person I'm collaborating with one way or another. You know what I'm saying? So I like to think that is where I've found the most success because anytime I've ever felt like a dick, it's never as good as the time I feel like I'm happy, or
Mhm.
like I'm lucky to get to do this, or like little Rainer is happy to do this, you know. Uh yeah, does that answer the question?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. If you think it does, and it does. I do
I think so.
like your little Rainer, because
Yeah.
I have moments where I'm just like my inner 12-year-old is thinking inappropriate thoughts. Uh, but
Yeah.
I do think that a lot more people need to look out for their younger selves.
100%, dude.
I think that's something that I think would make a lot of people more happier is if they were just like, would little me really want to be doing this?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Would little me be scared of me right now?
Yeah.
Or like, you know,
Yeah.
like look
Yeah.
at me and be like, "Oh my god, what a scary adult."
Hmm.
You know? Ah, like, you know. I luckily don't have to drive as much anymore, but like there were times when I used to drive because I work from home and I have a studio. There were
You're
times when
fancy.
I'd be angry. Yeah, good save, right? Good plug.
Good plug. Good
And
plug.
yeah, man, if I can imagine who, and there's mistakes I've made in my life, dude. That if little me were looking at me, I don't know if little me would feel safe around me.
Mm.
I'm not saying I've killed people and done crazy shit, but like you know what I mean. Like
Yeah.
I wouldn't have made him
Yeah.
proud, you know. By the way, you said I have 2 points for these.
5. You have 5 points for
5. Okay,
advantages.
okay.
Yeah.
Can
Uh,
I tell you what they are?
yeah, yeah, of course. And I will
Okay.
let you know that there are the 5 point ones. There's one that is reduced for each nation.
Oh,
Just so you're
okay.
aware. But there are 5 point advantages that are massively powerful.
Which ones are those?
The ones listed under 5 points.
Oh, 2 point advantages. I see.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Three.
They're listed by their point value.
Oh, see, I misunderstood.
No, you're good.
Okay.
You're good. Uh, if you want, also you have 2 more points that you can put into your traits.
I thought I did.
You have one from your nation, but you get
Oh,
two.
two more, two more. Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
that you can put wherever you want.
Uh, what is wits?
Wits is the ability to think fast and to kind of notice your
All right,
surroundings.
I'm game. Let's do it.
Yep. Yeah. What
Um,
you pick
okay.
5 points worth of like just the 1 point advantages? That's hysterical.
That's what I thought. Yeah, I was like, okay, these.
Yeah.
No, so I can spend 5 points and get one of them, right?
You can spend 5 points and get one of the 5 point ones if it's not the Castilian one, because the you will see that it says 3 if Castilian for Spark of Genius.
Oh, I see. I see. Spark of genius.
Yeah. That little K symbol means that it costs a hero point to activate.
Gotcha. Okay, and Duelist Academy is is its own. It costs 5 points.
Yeah. But it lets you choose a dueling style.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
I'm a duelist. Of course, I'd have a style.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. Where we go?
Yeah,
This duelist
Duelist
style.
Academy. Got it. Okay. Um, so now that we've learned a little bit about you as a person and you as your gaming history,
Yeah, yeah.
what what is your favorite process to go through character creation? Like, do you want to bounce ideas off of a GM or your storyteller? Do you want to go walk through it on your
Yeah.
own and then kind of come to the table with a kind of rough sketch of who the character is? Like, what is the ideal scenario for character creation?
Okay. So
What
ideal
would be
for
the
me
most
is that
fun for you?
I would have a chance to like look at the material and like kind of like what we did,
Mhm.
like be like, okay, um, maybe talk about like potential like if my DM knows what's going on, be like, hey, so like I'm looking for this type of thing, and like the DM be like, all right, so like maybe you might want to look think about this or something or whatever,
Mhm.
and then have an idea, come talk to the DM, and then like incorporate the story of it. Be like, all right, so like I know I want to do something like X, Y, and Z. What works best for the story we're trying to tell? Because I'm all about the RP, man. I love the RP. I probably, if I had to pick, would be fine being like, as long as we keep the RP, we don't have to fight. Like, and like I actually wouldn't be, I probably wouldn't keep playing for 8 years if that was the case. But I that's how much I prefer RP. So yeah, I would have an idea and then come to my DM and be like, hey bro, like this is what I'm thinking, what lines up best for what you want to do. And that opens the floor for like, we've got two tanks, or we've got two people from blah blah blah, or like we've already got someone from, or like, oh, that actually works great. That gives me an idea. And then I'm like, great, run with that. So that's kind of my ideal situation.
Okay. um, Go ahead and turn to page 156.
Yeah. 156.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're at the last two parts of the character creation, which is Arcana and Story.
Okay.
Arcana is basically set up so that it is a kind of tarot card pull when the
Okay.
character is born, quote unquote. You have two choices. You have a major arcana and a minor arcana, I believe,
Okay.
um, or rather, a virtue and a hubris.
Okay.
They do not have to be from the same card. You could pick
Oh,
a
okay.
virtue from one card and a hubris from a different card entirely.
Okay.
But you
Okay.
do get a choice of one of each: one virtue, one hubris.
Okay.
Okay, and while you're thinking of that, I'll explain what the story is once you're done with them. Um, Given that this system attempts to give you a chance to choose where you think your fortune has favored your character at the beginning of of its life, are you yourself a superstitious person in real life? Like, do you know your big three, as they say these days? Do you put any stock into that kind of thing?
Not really.
Mhm.
Don't get me wrong, like I love the romance of it, right? Like I love being a Scorpio because I think Scorpios are the best because we're so cool when you talk about us on paper. But like, do I know anything about anything else? No. So like I'm just incredibly self-absorbed when it comes to astrology, and just because of like what it stimulates. I don't
Mhm.
check my horoscope. I've checked my big three, but I don't remember what they are.
Mhm.
I remember it being cool and me being like, yeah, that's why I'm dope. but but that's it, man. um I do respect like superstitions out in the world. Like
Mhm.
if you were like, don't go in that tunnel because it's haunted, I'd be like, bet.
Say less.
Yeah, I wouldn't be like, what do you mean? Let's go look. No, fuck that. I'd be like,
Yeah,
no, okay, cool.
yeah.
I'm going that way.
That's why people should.
Yeah, that's why people shit, bro. Yeah, 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 yeah. That ain't me.
Mhm. No, I
So
trust you.
anyway,
Hey, you know it's haunted. You got it.
say less, bro. Yeah, exactly. I'm on the way. Um. All right, so I know I want ambitious for hubris.
Okay.
Um. I think I want passionate.
Ambitious is the magician.
Yeah.
Very interesting. So, the virtue, you can activate. Uh, you can activate either one of them, the virtue or the hubris. The hubris, though, I can activate as well.
Okay.
Uh, so you receive a hero point when you chase after power, and the deal uh, you're after is dangerous and causes trouble. Is what ambitious
Yeah.
reads.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I guess I don't hate targeting the villain also.
Mhm.
Willful's kind of cool too. Until the end of the scene, you cannot spend hero points, and the villain cannot spend danger points. I don't know what that means.
So it won't be important for this scenario, uh, but there are just like heroic characters have hero points. Whenever you're facing off against a villain,
Yeah.
the villain has danger
Oh.
points.
All right. All right. All right.
Uh, they exist, like they can be used by the villain more effectively, but the storyteller, the guide, always has a number of danger points equal to the number of the players at the table plus one. So I would have three to start off with because there's two of us.
Oh.
Um,
Okay. Then no. I know what I'd pick.
and they just like, give me abilities. Like one of the things that I love about the system is that the minions, as it were,
Yeah.
from like fourth edition Dungeons and Dragons,
Yeah.
they're called the Brute Squad,
Okay.
which
Okay.
is a good homage to the Princess Bride. But the Brute Squad is represented in strength by the number of people there are in the Brute Squad. So if there's 4 people, it has a strength of 4.
Okay.
And for every point of damage you do, you reduce the strength, thereby you remove a brute from the squad.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Like villains, brute squads don't count as villains. They're bad
Yeah. Yeah.
guys, but
Gotcha.
they're not villains.
Gotcha.
And so brute squad, anything that's not a villain goes at the end of the round. Heroes always go
All right.
first. But villains can weave themselves into the round initiative
Okay.
because they have dice
Okay.
pools.
Right. 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 Yeah. They're like players. Well, not players, but you know.
Mm.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna do ambitious as hubris,
Yep.
and I'll do friendly as virtue.
Okay. There is another page of
Oh,
cards.
there is
Just so you're aware. There's
Rayner.
there's 2 more pages of cards.
Aw, I'm a fool, bro.
Yeah. It's okay. It's the first time you're looking at this book, man.
I mean, I honestly, I like tried to look at it prior, but
No,
you
no.
scroll, you're
Hey,
like,
yeah. I do my very best to make sure that you're coming at this with fresh eyes. This is not a game that you've played before. That is not a game that's been in your wheelhouse.
okay, fuck.
Yeah, right. You talk about the Vargroom while you're looking at
Oh, all right. So, yeah.
plug
So
plug that book.
yeah, play that. So Ravenna Vale is an author that I met online, doing my like voiceover. So I'm a voice actor, doing my voiceover challenges. Right, I'm trying to, have more fun with social media. And we found each other, and she was doing an audition for one of her major characters in her second book out of a 9-book series. Um, and I voice tested and I booked. So I'm very excited that I'll be playing the Vargrun. He's a okay, I can't spoil it for you. He's a wolf, but he's more than a wolf. Uh it's a cool story, man. So the Nine Rivers Odyssey is the book's series. Breath of Starlight is the first book, and the second book just came out. Oh no, it comes out August 1st. Is called Sokar, and it's a really cool fantasy like story, dude. I don't want to ruin it because if I talk about my character too much, I'll mess up what happens in book one. Um,
Okay.
but it's about it's a love story,
Okay.
but it is not a kissing book. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I asked if it was a kissing
Um,
book.
Yeah, dude. And it's and the monsters aren't the monsters. The humans are the monsters,
Hmm. As they are.
as they are. All right, yo.
Yeah.
So
What caught your attention?
so much more. Thank you for telling me to scroll.
Yeah.
All right, so my hubris is foolhardy because of
Oh,
course.
you can change that?
Yeah, I'm sorry, bro. I
No,
didn't
you're
mean to do
good.
you like that.
You're good, bro. It
Uh and glorious is
no, the hero.
is yeah, dude. And I would have gone with courageous, but glorious is so much more fun. He want to be the center of attention, which can get him into trouble. So yeah, that'll be fun to do.
Hero for your hubris, which is foolhardy.
I went with glorious. Is that the hero?
For the hubris?
No,
Yeah.
for virtue,
Yeah,
which
no,
is
no.
the sun.
I'm changing out the hubris in your
Oh,
head.
the hero for hubris.
Yeah,
You're
so
right. You're right.
now
You're right.
you receive a hero point when your brash, cocky, or reckless actions cause trouble for you and another hero. And what was your virtue that you chose?
Glorious, which
Glorious
is
from
the
the
sun.
sun. Okay.
Yeah.
And this says you activate your virtue when you are the center of attention. For the next risk, that when you determine raises, every die counts as a raise. That is fantastic. That is a good virtue to have. All right, so
Man,
scroll one more page down to
yeah, yeah.
159. And now, Rayner, you'll notice, unlike Dungeons and Dragons and unlike Vampire the Masquerade, there's no place to mark experience, and there's no
Right.
level in this character sheet whatsoever,
Okay.
right? That is because 7C has a very interesting system for leveling your
Okay.
character, and it's called the story system.
Okay.
And every character begins with one story. And what it is that for everything you want to do, it requires a number of steps. So, like, let's say that you wanted to raise your weaponry to a 3 with your first
Okay.
story.
Okay.
So, because you are going to the third level of a skill, you would need a 3-part story, with the third part being the culmination of everything that leads you to having weaponry 3.
Okay.
And just like if you wanted to get another advantage, the number of points the advantage is worth is the number of steps in that story, culminating at the last step where you earn that advantage.
Okay.
And so it creates more of that situation that you really like so much, where it's the RP drives the character growth.
But I come up with it.
You come up with it.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah. So every character starts with one story.
Okay.
What do
And
you
I
want
just,
your story to be?
all right. All right. All right. All right.
What do you want to raise
Um,
first? Do you want to get another advantage? Do you want to raise one of your skills?
I guess I should look at the sheet. Um, nah, I don't think I need another advantage. I've got a bunch of shit there.
Mhm.
Um, I could I could raise a skill,
Okay.
right? Could I raise a trait? I can't raise a trait,
You
right?
can raise a trait, yeah. Traits require
Um,
4 steps, but it's only to shift a single rank from one trait to another.
oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
What about skills? How many steps?
Each skill requires a number of steps equal to the new rank that you're going to be at. If you're going from
So
2 to
if it was like,
3, it would cost you three steps.
so it's fucked either way.
Oh, sorry, traits. If you want to shift them around, it's a four part story. If you want to gain a new point, it's a 5-part story,
Oh God.
and it can only be
Okay.
done twice.
Okay. I think I want to gain more weaponry.
Okay, so you're going to be looking at weaponry 3 for your story.
Yeah.
Okay,
So that means it's a three-part story.
it is a 3-part story. Where does your story start then?
Um,
What is step 1? What is the
so
impetus for raising your weaponry? What makes you want to get stronger in your sword skill?
Oh, I made a promise to uh, a fellow swordsman who like joined the ranks with me,
Okay.
who didn't make it, and he
As in they
was like,
they failed out or they died?
they died.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was like a training mission. It was like early in our career, and he was better than I was, and and we were always challenged. We said we would be the greatest swordsman, um, because what that one of us would be the greatest swordsman,
Mhm.
and we would make jokes about who would be, that the other one would be the second greatest swordsman, and we when the mission went sour, and we did our best to survive, and we were able to complete the mission, but in the process he was injured. I was injured too, but he was like mortally wounded, and he told me that he wasn't going to be around uh, to push me, so that so I had to make sure that I wasn't second, uh, and so I don't know if
So what's your first step?
uh,
How do you want to?
training,
Okay.
you know, like yeah, training more than anyone else.
Where where would this person have been from? Are they another Castilian?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So do you want to find someone of their family to train with them as the first step? To find somebody
Ooh,
that's from the same school or family?
mm, okay. Oh, sure,
That could be the first step.
sure. Sure, I can be learning his style of swordsmanship. I can be looking for, to keep his sword style alive.
Hmm.
That's kind of cool.
What would be step two then?
Uh so step 1 is finding someone to train me, right?
Yeah, finding either their family member or their former teacher to train you in
I
in
mean,
their
I guess
style.
step 2 is convincing them to train me,
I mean
or is that still that's not the
that
same
would
one?
fit under find.
So then to train,
Okay.
right? Like,
Do you want to best their current student, maybe?
yeah, yeah. I
Okay.
want I want
As
the
that step
yeah.
two?
Yeah, to best their school.
You would want to best their current student. And then what would be step three then? What would earn you your weaponry three?
I mean,
Defeating them? Besting
yeah.
them?
I mean, I think besting the teacher, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we have a good three-part story to
All
how
right.
you earned your weaponry three.
Okay. Okay.
And so now this helps not only you kind of have a goal with the character, but it also helps the storyteller weave this
Okay.
into the story.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Cool.
So
All
Rayner,
right.
we will find what is your character's name?
Mm.
You had two.
Yeah, I think it's Sebastian.
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 I like it.
Yeah.
Okay. We find Sebastian in the edge of a border town. Castile has just ended the war with Montaigne. The War of the Cross has been ravaging the countrysides, the borders in particular, uh, after the the church moved from Vodace to Castile. You have an informant that you're meeting someone that was close to your associate? What was their name? Your fallen comrade,
Antonia.
Antonio, like that. Uh, Someone close to Antonio is said to have found where their teacher is, their
Uh-huh.
teacher was, uh, because the rumors were that they had died in the war, one of the skirmishes on the border. But the new word is that he is still alive and that he is currently training two separate members of Castilian aristocracy
Okay.
uh, to become their next Antonio.
Okay.
Um, you're outside of town. There is an inn, a tavern that you're supposed to meet at called La Rosa Blanca, the
Okay.
White Rose. And what does the camera see as we kind of take in Sebastian? What would the audience get to see? Where do you want to start? And how do you want the camera to move around you?
Oh, we start at the boots.
Okay.
And while there is mud under the boots and like some dirt on them, they're nice boots. You know? They're nice boots and they're like worn but like still in good shape.
Hmm.
You know, there's some color in there too. Like they're like leather, but on the inside there's like color, and you're like, oh, okay, that's some nice little boots. Um, and then like we keep making our way up, and he's got some nice trousers. You know, like there's they look useful. You know, they look like they're tight enough to give some to move with and stuff. You know, they're athletic. But yeah, I don't know, just good pants. You know,
Hmm.
um, I do think um we see his belt and he's got his sword. I'd love for there to be two swords, but I know that there can probably just be one.
No, you can have two swords.
There will be two swords. I can even imagine a little dagger back here as well.
Okay.
Um, and as we go further up, I imagine there's like some like floofy fluffiness going on. You
Mhm.
know, I think there can be some color. I don't necessarily know what colors.
Oh,
Um, Maybe some like burgundy or some purple. Um, and then like he's totally got a hat, you know. He's got a nice hat with some feathers on it, and like the hat's probably the best part of the outfit, but ties it all together, you know.
nice. Yeah, yeah, of
Yeah, yeah.
course.
But the hat is like not dirty, you know. It's like it's definitely not new, but it's
Mhm.
just not like if there was mud on it, it was cleaned.
Would it have like a big peacock feather?
Yeah, for sure. Or like a something feather, whatever's native to their
Yeah.
area.
I mean, it's a mirror of Earth, so we could have
Yeah,
peacocks.
sure, sure. Peacocks, yeah.
Now we have a good a good image of the diestro side of you.
Yes.
Where's the artiste?
Oh, well, I would say like in the colors, right? Like,
Mm.
um there's like and what I like I imagine like color being like vested inside, like on like not you don't see it right away, but it's like it's in there. I'm sure he's got some interesting tattoos, that I think are like self-drawn or not drawn, but like self-made.
Mm.
Maybe on like one hand, maybe a couple of rings, some cool stuff. But I think his artistry is more like he might like write songs that no one hears about or like really enjoy oh yeah, that's probably what he does. He probably really enjoys calligraphy
Mm.
um because of, the swordplay. Um uh
Oh, so the feather's not even like an actual feather, like that's his quill.
Yeah, that's his quill. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for
So
sure, for sure.
stylish and utilitarian.
Yeah, stylish and utilitarian. Um,
I like it.
Yeah, yeah, he might write some poetry, you know. But like, I think he thinks of death as beautiful in a
Mm,
weird way. If it's honorable. If there's like a dance and we like to die at the blade is like to dance with the blade or whatever the fuck,
yeah.
is gotta feel like art.
I noticed he doesn't have aim. Does he not like
Yeah.
guns?
Nah, you don't like guns.
Okay. Barbaric?
Just there's no honor,
Like that.
you know?
I like that.
It's intimate, he's very empathic, so it's like, you know, to be in this moment with another adversary and like best them is different than like murder them, you know?
I get it.
So, yeah.
Okay. You start traveling through the town,
Okay.
and you can hear the mixture of the Castilian kind of Spanish. You can hear a little bit of the Montaigne French. Um, Not a lot, uh, but what is something that catches your nose? Like what smell kind of pulls your attention to a
Um,
stall?
f- some food, man. I can smell some like meat sizzling. And I'm like, smells good. And it's like a familiar smell, but it smells good. It's like, man,
Okay.
uh,
What time of day is it? Have you eaten yet? Is that why you're drawn to it?
I think I've eaten today, but I think I haven't eaten recently, you know?
Mhm.
So like I'm definitely not starving, but like my mouth waters, you know? So yeah, and I think it's like later in the day, maybe?
Okay.
More towards evening.
Sure. Yeah, the sun is starting to set. The yellows and golds are starting to give way to the purples and dark blues of the evening. Um, the moment you enter La Rosa Blanca, the White Rose,
Yeah.
there is a little four-piece band on a little makeshift stage that is just playing something familiar to you. What is the instrument that catches your ear first out of the four of them?
The strings.
Mm. What tune is it?
Uh I don't know. It's like da 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 da
Is it something you've
da
heard
da.
before?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But like, I can't place it.
Mm.
You know?
No, no happy or sad memories attached to it. It's just something that exists in your memory.
No, it's like a sad tune, but the way they're playing it doesn't sound sad.
Mm.
But it's a sad tune. I'm like the tune itself, like the original song. Let's say like maybe they're
Yeah.
playing it sped up or a little. The original like ballad of it was a sad, longing song. But the way they're doing it and like the rhythm's a little bit more to like keep the crowd jumping and whatever,
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds
A
interesting. So
happy crowd
it's
is a drinking crowd.
that's right, that's right.
Yeah.
You know,
Um, it's not a bad place. It's not big, uh, but it is more or less the speed that an artist is used to. There's a couple of round tables to one side with short stools. There's a couple of square tables to the other side. One communal table along the wall
okay,
with a couple of benches on either side. And the bar has maybe seven stools. It looks like it might have had eight at one point, but they're spaced out so it doesn't look like there needed to be eight. But you can definitely tell. You could be like, you could fit another one there.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I'm
There's a
missing.
story there. Um, but where do you
Okay,
go? There's a
um,
couple of patrons. You can see a couple of older gentlemen sitting at a round table laughing. There's a couple of young ladies at a square table that immediately have taken notice of you, and you can tell are working women?
Well, I make sure to make eye contact with the band, and I
Mhm.
like, give them a little clap or like a little like hey or something. Make sure that that the person who is watching them is expressing appreciation.
Yeah.
And I'll make my way to the bar where that missing stool was, so that I can place myself there. Oh, hello. Hi. My kitty decided to come inside.
Yeah.
Uh, I have two, so we might hear like some craziness right now. Anyway, I make my way towards the bar to
Mhm.
stand in that space and order myself a drink. But as I make my way towards the bar, I can glance and smile at the working women and make sure that, like, there is like flirtatious energy, but like I'm keeping it chill, man. I'm not looking for that tonight, at least not at this point,
Right, right.
But like, hey, man, I don't think I don't think it would be my first time being with a working woman. So
Mhm.
they're good people. Make
Yeah,
sure that, and they're also great for information. So like, make sure that they're
100%.
you know yeah, make sure they're happy. Be nice, guys. Be nice. Hold
The
on, hold on.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay.
You got a fight going on?
Yeah, I got just two little black cats, bro. Two little black cats. I
Adorable.
got one right. It's okay, little teeny. And the person who opened my door is Shuri, and she's our oldest black cat.
Mm,
And she's a fucking goddess, but our little one is terrified of her.
yeah.
Hold on. You gotta go, little one. Okay. There we go. We're good, dude. Sorry about that.
No, you're good. You're good.
Yeah,
The
so I make my way to go have a drink.
Yeah, the
And
bartender's this jolly, rotund fellow. Uh, what does he look like to you?
familiar, man.
Mm,
Familiar. Jolly but strong. So like a good dude. Seems like smile on his face, doesn't look like he would hurt a fly, but like I've I know what men look like who like are strong, and like he's got some big ass forearms, and like I've seen him throw people out of this place. So like yeah, he's a familiar teddy bear, but like that guy's a grizzly teddy bear.
yeah, and he'll come up and he'll stand in front of you and you just put one of his meaty fists, his meaty hand, just straight down the bar. Algo tomar, something to drink.
I see. The usual.
Ah, playing it safe.
Bueno, just enjoying the company and the music. And I like look gesture towards the band again. They're
Yep,
pretty good, man.
they are. They were recommended,
Yeah.
but
So what, you have anything special
he
tonight?
he goes over. Goes, eh, Gaku, this new cask that came in, eh, supposed to be the ice, and they call it a porter, dark,
Porter.
black, like el alcalde del sol, the mayor's soul.
Okay, I'll have that then.
Oh, okay. And he goes over to a cask that you see is not the same kind of lumber as the one
Uh,
that the Castilian drinks are from. It's
okay.
darker. Uh, it's got knots, knot work all around it, and the the cask itself is not etched with the branding of the company. It's actually burned. Like
Okay.
it is actually like branded onto the wood. Um, and you see that he grabs the mug, and as he pours it, as he opens the spigot, you just see this black like oil drip into the cup, and then it has a satisfying kind of boop, a little pop to the close of the spigot, and he puts it in front of you.
I look at it and skeptically. I'm like,
There's a little ring of head around the edge of the mug, but it is like a mirror when you look down into it.
I hold it up and I smell it.
It actually smells
Have
of
you
hazelnut.
have you tried this?
I tried a little bit. It is heavy.
Bueno, I try some,
Okay.
and I like try a good amount. Like I don't just sip it. I'm like, let's fill my mouth with it. Um,
Aside from hazelnut, what else dances across your tongue
mm,
as you take this down?
it's sweeter than I thought it was gonna be.
Mhm.
Um, I don't know. I can't. I took too much, right? Like
Mhm.
I put the whole thing in my mouth and swallowed. So like it's a little nutty, maybe chocolatey. Um. Uh. Yeah, because I don't think it's mead. Like mead vibes. I don't think it's honey. I think it's oakier, nuttier, um, but still sweet.
Mhm.
Yeah, hazelnut. Um, and thick.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay.
but refreshing. Like I'm not like it's not like a like peanut butter. I'm not like I'm like oh this is that's pretty
Smooth.
good. Yeah, that was smooth. Yeah.
Um, you'll see the band stop. A couple of people clap, and
I turn around and raise my glass. Woo!
one of the band members makes their way over to you.
Yeah, yeah,
She was the violinist,
yeah.
and goes, "Are you the one they call Sebastian?"
I am. Are you the one who is playing that violin beautifully?
I don't know about beautifully, but I was playing it.
Well, another one of these, barkeep. Like, you know.
And she does one of these,
Uh huh.
uh, smaller one, because you have a
Yeah,
fucking a mug.
yeah, yeah. Sure, sure, sure.
Uh, and he does give her like a smaller, what you imagine is a child-sized drink.
That's fine.
He goes, Sebastian, I want you to know that I have gone through great pains to find this teacher of Antonio's.
I pull the drink back
Like
and
her
I
drink or your
say,
drink?
her drink.
Okay.
Like I had to like put in front of her, and then she says this, and I pull it back, and I say, I didn't realize we were talking business.
Oh, I only talk business when I have a drink in front of me.
Of course, and I put it back in front of her.
We are
uh,
performers, Sebastian.
of course, forgive me.
No.
Where is this teacher?
He is outside of town. He, his two students are, I don't know how to say this to you. And she takes a sip of the drink, and you see her kind of shudder. Eh, I don't know how Antonio would take it, but his students are mundane.
I finish my drink, all of it. Put it down. I look at the barkeep. Does he look back at me? Or
Yeah.
is he too busy?
No, no,
Yeah?
yeah.
I
He's
like
he's
signal
invested
for
in the
another
story.
one. All right, cool. I signal for another one.
Just a stern nod, and
Yeah, yeah.
refills your mug.
I drink some of it.
Mhm.
I put it down. ah. Antonio would laugh. They are fools to think they could replace him. How far out of town?
By foot, an hour, perhaps. They're in the old church.
Hmm. We will go now.
It's getting dark.
I'm
Sebastian.
finishing my drink. I put it down. I start paying. We will sleep later. Are you not? This is a presumption of mine, but can you guide me there? You do not have to come.
I
I will go
no
bananas.
no I am the only one that knows.
Okay, how early then?
So if you are so inclined, I let me talk to the band and tell them that I must take care of
Oh,
these.
wait. I look at the barkeep. I like point at hers, and then I point at the band and I say, "Around for them."
Because do you want the same thing?
Sí, 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 sí.
Oh, perfect. And he gladly fills up their glasses and he goes, that will help grease the wheels.
It's the only way.
You're a good man, Sebastian. And she goes over, she starts talking to them, and then after a moment, you see them like, you know, being very wishy washy, and then the drinks show up, and they're like,
Hey, all right.
"Go, go!" Um, and she goes, "Wait for me outside. I must change."
Okay. I settle up with the bar. Can I
Yeah,
settle up with the barkeep?
yeah,
Is it like
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
cool?
One of the good things about 7C is that it assumes that heroes have enough to live,
Thank goodness.
and so yeah, yeah.
It's like you can't afford these drinks now, bro. You're going to
Yeah.
jail.
No,
Fuck.
no.
Okay.
Like they have a wealth advantage for when you want to throw around fucking like big money. Like you're like
Yeah,
I
well,
I
that's
want
fine.
a horse or I want my own boat, my own
Hey,
carriage. Like yeah, but otherwise for like day-to-day things, they assume that you can get by.
cool, 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 cool.
And not 20 minutes go by before she comes back, and you see that she's dressed in much more rugged gear, like
Okay.
a worker's clothes, a worker's shirt, tight, form-fitting kind of worker's pants, boots. She also has a dagger at her back
Okay.
and a sword on her belt, and her hair is tied back into a tight ponytail. What's her name?
I was
Since
just gonna ask you what her name is.
since you have history together,
Rosangela.
Rosangela.
Rosangela, who works at the White Rose, who plays at the White Rose.
Yeah, the violinist. Eh, and she points at the two of your swords. Um, do you need to compensate, or can you actually use them?
My sun and my moon. Of course, I can use them.
And you use them together
Yes,
at the same time?
at the same time.
But you are a man. You have such a simple brain. And she hits your chest with the back of her hand, and she starts walking forward.
I did not say I could spell swords. I said I could fight with them.
Oh, you are correct. I apologize.
I laugh.
Yeah. And you catch up with her and the town business. And you get to a small church. And you can see that there is an encampment of what looks like montane colors. And she puts her hand on her sword. She goes, I will tell you to be careful around here. They are not kind to us here. These people have been displaced by the war and they blame us,
Hmm.
the crown.
How close is this encampment to the church?
Oh, it is in the church grounds. Like it
So
is,
it's like right outside.
yeah, yeah. Like it's surrounding the church. Like
Do
makeshift
we know his name?
camps, makeshift tents.
Do we
The
know
te-
the name of this teacher?
the teacher, uh,
Yes.
I do not know his name, but I did learn that his two students are Remy and Gabriel.
Perfect. Remy! Gabriel!
Sure enough, you will see two young men kind of stand up, hands on their
I
hips.
like smile and wave. Hello! I
They
am here to challenge you to a duel.
they started to walk over until you say that, and then they stop and they bend down and they start to put their swords on their belt.
Good. You will need those. Sure, I say. I start just unloading. I'm
Yeah,
like, so I am here because I am challenging you because you were trained by the man who trained my best friend. And like,
yeah,
yeah. I
yeah.
name drop Antonio.
You give them a litany of why you're there, and the first one to get there, the little scrawny kid, maybe 18.
Oh,
Um, what is something that you notice about him?
um, he he's a lot younger than I thought he was gonna be. He's like almost a child as far as I'm concerned. I'm like, oh shit, I can't duel this kid. He's like, yeah. I immediately feel like I may have fucked up. I probably should have looked at this guy first. I'm hoping the other guy is looking more like an adult.
The other guy comes over, and you notice that when they get close to you, it is not Gabrielle, it is
Oh, Gabriela.
Gabrielle,
Oh
and
shit.
she is feminine, a very tomboyish,
Was she an
very
adult though?
masculine form. Looks like it, but what's something that strikes you about her?
Um, her hair is pulled back in a braid, a very like efficient braid. So like even if she has short hair or whatever, like it's like pulled back out of her face, you know?
Mhm.
And or she yeah. Like it's her hair is very uh battle minded. Like I'm like, oh, this person she knows how to fight. Like she can fist fight. Like it's not just with a weapon. Like she's
Mhm.
been in scraps before. She looks like she's got her hair out of the way. Still feminine in her own way,
Yeah,
which is what I find interesting. I'm like, oh, but
yeah,
you know how to fight. Oh
yeah.
shit. Okay.
She is a good foot taller than Remy.
Yes.
Like
Okay.
you see a bit of Veston in her. There's some Veston
Ah.
heritage there. Remy's all Montaigne. Like he is short, he is sickly, kind of frail
No,
looking.
no.
Uh,
Okay. Oh, I'm so sorry, but how old are you? Both of you. You are like 9.
he looks at you, he's like, I am an adult, my
An
friend.
adult here?
I own property, yes.
Oh, well, okay. And you, my lady?
And she kind of rolls her shoulders back and takes her full stance, and she is a good few inches taller than you at this point. Uh,
My imposing lady?
I am an adult.
I can tell. Okay, good enough for me. Who would like to go first?
The Remy looks at you. Unfortunately, we are not allowed to duel. We are not part of any academy.
This does not have to be a sanctioned duel.
They, sir, given everything that your country has done to mine, I do not wish to tempt your loss any further.
Understood. Forgive me, that was thoughtless.
Eh,
Um,
But you see her kind of bring up her fist and crack her fingers just by closing it. She's like, "I can beat you if you like."
no. This would be a duel of sorts, swordsmanship. I am actually here because I want to get the attention of your. How can I put this? I do not want to. Your instructor.
You challenged us. We say how the duel is conducted.
Ah, but that does not work for me.
Uh, they look at each other confused. Let's try to give you a roll so just you can see the system, how the system works. So go ahead and hit convince.
Convince.
Yeah.
Wait, where?
On the character sheet, you just hit the button and it'll bring up the roller automatically.
Okay, wait, hold on.
It'll ask you if you have any bonuses or anything like that. You
Okay,
don't.
so convince. Uh, did it work? No.
Yeah, there it goes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I
Okay.
can't tell.
So, uh, what you just rolled is called a risk. Every time that you roll a die pool, you're rolling for a risk. And the way the system works is that you're looking for sets of 10 to create raises. Every raise
Okay.
does something for you.
Okay.
All you usually need is one raise to succeed at anything.
Okay.
So anything beyond that helps you in some way. Uh, from the roll, it looks like you rolled a 10, two sevens, and a 5.
Okay.
Um, so, as the storyteller, I am one of the powers that I have in the system is that I can buy your dice.
Okay.
So, when that happens, you get a hero point for it,
Okay.
but I also get a danger point for it.
Okay.
So, I would like to buy your 10.
Okay. It now gives me a hero point and
That
you get a danger point.
that gives you a hero point, that gives me a danger point, and you no longer can count the 10.
Okay. That's fine. Let's do it.
Okay. So you now have two sevens and a 5. So you can
Uh-huh.
use either one of those combinations to make a 10 for a raise, uh, leaving with one die left over.
Right.
So your one raise is enough. And they look at you, and Remy shrugs and then kind of looks up at Gabrielle, and she looks down at you. It is a shame he has gone to help with the warfront effort. There is a band of Montaigne that require assistance. And she points in a direction. And you can see that there is smoke from fires.
It is a shame. So you are saying he is indisposed until he resolves this issue?
She nods. Remy shrugs again.
I look at Rosangela. I look back at them. This is going to be longer than just tonight, I say to Rosangela.
And she looks at you like, well, I have brought you here. If they are not going to kill you, then I will return to the village.
Perfect. Thank you again for all your help.
She puts her hand on your face. She's like, try not to get yourself killed.
No, I'm always trying to get myself killed. That is how I am lucky. But thank you.
That is not what I would call luck.
I'm still alive, aren't I? Okay.
And she does stand there for a moment. She's just like, you can see the gears in her head as she's trying to come up with some form to rebuke this, and not drunk enough to challenge you. Enjoy your stay. And she kind of bows to the two of them.
Okay.
She starts whistling as she walks back to the town.
So we are going to have to go help your master or your instructor, because I cannot just allow this duel to not you know occur. And I would love for you to beat me with those fists of yours, but I unfortunately cannot.
I can do it now.
Only if, the stakes are you will still take me to go see your instructor and convince him to come witness us duel each other with swords.
We are not allowed to do you. We are not in an academy. We are training to enter academy.
Mm.
And Remy, for the first time, just kind of like coughs. And he's like, I have said this earlier.
You did say this earlier, but I thought maybe I could convince you. What does it entail to be in an academy?
And she goes, we require the letter of acceptance and a letter of commendation from at
Your
least two
instructor.
instructors who must both be academy.
Okay. I will get you one of the other commendations and signatures. But then we must go find your instructor.
They look at each other, then they'll look out to where the fires are, and they're like, all right, come with us. And they start walking that direction.
Ah, sweet. Okay. I go with him.
All right. Rayner, last question. Did you have fun throughout our experience together today? And is this a game that you would want to play in the future?
Hell yeah, I want to play right now. Yeah. I really like the RP story elements of it. What I find most interesting is that the pressure comes from a different place.
Mhm.
Like the like excitement pressure. It feels very much like we're collaborating as we tell a story, which is really
Mhm.
cool. Which is
Yeah.
really cool. Yeah, I would totally play again. I'd recommend
Awesome.
the game too.
Awesome. Rayner, where can people find you online if you want to be found?
Oh,
And what are you up
I'm
to?
on all. Say what?
And what are you up to?
Well, you can find me at Rayner G Energy. That's Rayner G, and then Energy Energy. You can also look me up at RaynerGabriel.com. I'm working on a couple books right now that I'm narrating. I'm doing Oralith Academy as well as Ravenna's book Sokar. Well, I mean, Sokar will start later on in the
Mhm.
year, but I'm already like doing my preliminary work. I'm a graphic audio talent, so I'm always recording new books. We've always got books coming out. I'm also a musician. I make my own music, so if you're into hip hop and like, wholesome vibes, I've always got new stuff coming out.
Yeah, they are. It is good stuff too, by the way.
Thanks, man.
Highly recommend people take give it a chance. Uh, yeah, man. I want to thank you for being a part of this. I hope that it wasn't too daunting or
Nah, not at all, dude.
too
Sorry that
scary.
I ramble a lot.
No, hey, it's part of the questionnaire situation of it. Like I want to pick your brain. Uh, Thank you to the audience for following along and maybe learning something about 7C as well.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
As always, please be safe. If uh, as you've been following us for some time, we take mental health on the channel very serious. So if you need help, if you think you need help, there are phone numbers going up if you're watching live on Twitch. They'll be in the description box if you're watching on YouTube later. But there's also findthehelpline.com just in case if you're here in the Americas, like the rest of us, and you are at the mercy of RFK and his stupidity. Some of those phone numbers might not be available in the future, so always go to findthehelpline.com. It's a simple interface to help you find the resources in your area. Uh, if you didn't know, here on the channel we support the ideas of fuck Donald Trump, fuck RFK, free Palestine, protect
That's right.
adults, trans lives are human lives, Black Lives Matter, and I always feel like I'm missing one. I always bookend it with another fuck Donald Trump. But as always, please be safe out there. Take care of each other. Cause some good trouble. And we will see you when we see you. Have a good night, everybody. Bye.
Later, guys.